Hi, dear friends. This is First Pan. I'm a web and mobile developer based in New York City. Welcome to my video series, Code Sharing React and React Native. Today, for video 2.1, our agenda is to build a React Native app, which is a continuation of our prior work, video 1.1, when we built this My Message Board UI. And for today, our React Native app will do exactly the same thing for our mobile app with this main message box component. And inside this main message box component, we'll have two other components. In the middle is the add message component, and at the bottom is our list messages component. And a lot of codes will be reused from our prior web application, and also the UI, the folder structure, and the component. And it's going to be a very exciting next 20-30 minutes. So let's get started with the command to create this React Native project. What I use is React Native init. This is the project name, and the version of React Native is optional. And let's get started. So to create this project, the React Native init command will take a few minutes. So for now, temporarily, I'm going to pause this video. When this is finished, I will resume the video. Okay, React Native init command has finished creating this mobile app using React Native. So now we need to launch the simulator to see what the mobile app looks like. So we need to cd my message board and I need to React Native run iOS simulator equals to. So choosing simulator version is just optional. This will launch the iOS simulator. This is gonna take longer, so I definitely need to pause the video for now. And when the simulator is launched, I will restart the recording. Now the simulator is launched, and we can see the default content is here. If we open our code in our text editor, so we can see the portion of the default code is from app.js. But we will create our own My Message Board UI to replace it. So we're gonna do the work to have src folder, then subfolder components with the three components inside it. So let's do it. So we go to Command T, create another command window, and this is the root of the project. So we're gonna create a src folder, cd src. So in here, we can choose to create a components folder and then touch 3 components. But remember, this video series is about all the code sharing, because we already do the work in our web application. We already have the codes and the folder structure, so we just need to reuse them. So code sharing, all about code sharing. So go to the React project. Under src, we have the components folder, which is copy components, and then we can paste to our React Native project. Paste. So you see under components, we already have these 3 component file there. And we start with the message box component and put our React Native content in there. So currently, don't need this. We're going to, because this is our React Native import from React Native. We need text. We need view. So in here we can say text, and I say I am message box component, and then we're going to import this to our index.js. So in here, because we are going to import message box, so in the index.js, this will be replaced. And we don't need this. So we will replace this with message box. And remember, the folder structure is slightly different, so we need to be src components, and we can refresh. You see, it's in here, but we need to do a little UI work, CSS, so that it's like hiding here. So we need to import style sheet. So in here, const style equals to style sheet. Create. Here we can say heading, and we define the CSS by saying padding equals to 40, and font size equals to 30. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, we need to say style equals to style heading. Yes, we have a very nice heading in here. And the first component works. And we will do the same thing for the other two components, add message and the list message. Again, code sharing. So basically we can have all of these. Come here. Copy paste. Save. Copy paste. Save. Now they are all React Native codes. And next we just do start with add message here. So in here I can say, instead of saying message box, I say add message, and within it I say I am add message component, and we export add message. We don't need this. And going back to message box, we import add message, and we know we're going to have this component here. So if everything works, it should be below here. When we refresh, we will have a I am add message component. You see? Works. And I will do the same thing for list messages. So here, these are on. List messages. I am list messages component and export list messages. And in message box, I import it, and then I plug in. And it should be here. There will be a I am list messages component. Great, it works. So going back to our agenda. So task 1 is to share React app folder structure and components. And then task 2, which is something we are going to do next, is to update the 3 components so that our mobile app will look like from this to this, with a heading, with the add message component, and with the list messages component. To accomplish this, we start from the heading here. So the heading, the message box component work is the easiest. So instead of say I am message component, I will replace it with my message board. I refresh. Okay, it works. Next, we will replace this text, static text, with this UI. So we go to add message component, and apparently this is gone, and we need the UI work here. So basically we need text input, and under the view we need text input, and we need another text input. So the first one is for user, the second one is for message body, and under that we will have a button. For having a button, we need import touchable opacity. Touchable opacity should be here. Okay, so in the text input, we need to have a placeholder. Placeholder equals to user, and the next placeholder will be message body. Okay, let's refresh to see what's happening. You see, in the UI we already have this input placeholder here, and then we just need to do CSS to make the boxes that we can key in user and message body. So what we can do is to have instead of saying heading here, we can say input. So in this input, we can have padding equals to maybe 10, and let's see, padding horizontal is to 20, and font size is to 16. Let's see what we have here. Oh, so style equals to style input. Okay, let's refresh. Font size, padding, horizontal, padding equals to 10, padding horizontal, font size, Sorry, typo. Okay, better. And what else can we do here? We can have maybe change the color of the fonts. Can have, I hope this is better. And border, bottom, we have one, and border color can have D and a background color can have pound 5 F5 F5. Let's see what we have now. Okay, look much better, and these are the boxes that we want to make the input where we can key in user and message body. And we need a button. So for the button part, we just need the UI here, the touch opacity. We probably need to create, let's say, here we can say style equals to style dot button. There will be a button, the definition of the button here. Can we do let's leave it here. We also have button text CSS. So in the button we will have text. So style equals to opacity style button text. Text is submit. Okay. Okay, so the submit is here. We just need to add CSS, so make it a better button. So in the button text section, first we need to align the text in the middle. So we will have text align to be center, and padding to be, I guess, 5, color black. Let's see if this is better. Pretty good button. And then we button text is good, but we need to make the button itself look better. So we need to have border width, right, to be 1, border color to be pound 0066 cc maybe, and border radius to be 14, adding horizontal to be 3 and background color to be pound FF. Hope this is better. Okay, let's say this is our add message component, which has two boxes to key in, and then there's a submit button. And last but not least, we're gonna work. So we finished add message section or component. Now we need to accomplish by finishing the list of messages component, which is a list. We're going to use a flat list to make this happen. Okay, so in this flat list, we need to flat list, right? We need to have data will be an array, and then will be an object, then within the object is this. With this is an object, and then it's not right. And within the array, we'll have objects. So it's going to be user Alice. Message body will be the same thing. What does she say? What is the agenda for video 2.1? What's the agenda for video 2.1? Makes sense to keep it simple. We just need one message, and under this we need to have render item, right, equals to an object. So this is going to be item will be text, and text so will be item user item message body, and under here we I believe this should work, and we can worry about the CSS later. So let's see. Simulator, if we refresh, 19 item text render item equals to 19 text. Typo. This should work. You see, it renders, but there is this warning here saying missing keys for items. That sucks. As I know, we need to do key extractor equals to something like item comma index and index to string. Let's see if this, yeah, it works. Okay, so actually the flat list is working, and we just need to have a few more messages to be added. So what do we have here is, let's save this, probably copy paste from here. I hope I can copy paste from here, but this is not copy paste. Make a record by sharing codes from So the second user will be Bob. What Bob says is make React native app by sharing codes from React. That's exactly what we do for the first part of this video. And then the tasks. From what I know, the tasks are task 1 is to share React. So Charles says, which is what we did right before this, says we like trying to share as much as React app folder structure and components, etc. And last but not least, as a summary, we spend a lot of time to actually finalize our components to make the UI work. So that's what I said. Forest, message about is updates, as we did. We task 2, we updated message box, add message, and list message, so that the UI works like this. And I think we still have a little work to do for the UI to work. So to achieve that, we need to say this item style is like the padding equals to 10 and font size, I don't know, maybe 15. And the style here should be style item. And with this done, our simulator, our app should look exactly like the agenda. You see? That's a lot of work, but also there's a lot of experience of sharing codes from React web app to React native app and save a lot of time and work. And that's exactly this video series all about. And thank you so much for watching this video. The next video that will be video 1.2. We go back to this web application UI we built with React, but instead of rendering this static text, we're actually going to fetch data from a backend and render it here. So it's going to be very exciting. I'm so excited I just cannot wait to go over this in the next video, which is video 1.2. React web app to fetch and render data from a backend. So stay tuned. Thank you.